Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be talking about a new plot leak for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which talks about Fin Fang Foom. If you're new to the channel, I do daily Marvel videos, so be sure to subscribe to never miss out. Now let's get started. We know that Shang-Chi has resumed filming in Sydney, Australia, and now we actually have two new plot leaks, with the first one explaining how the Ten Rings got to Earth, and the second talking about Fin Fang Foom. The first leak, which is actually pretty old, but will tie into the new Fin Fang Foom leak, says an alien spacecraft landed in China hundreds of years ago. The spacecraft was powered by the Ten Rings, magical relics that all serve a different purpose. The rings were looted by a secret society known as the Avatars, which is led by a wise martial artist simply named the Ancestor. The Ancestor wore the rings and used them to become an expert fighter. The Mandarin grew up hearing about the Ancestor's story and was fascinated by it, despite everyone else believing it was just a myth. He began to idolize the Ancestor and devoted his life to finding the rings. This inspired him to form his own mafia, which is the Ten Rings Gang. Basically, the point of the gang is to look for the rings all around the world. He adopted his niece Fah Lo Suee, played by Awkwafina, and taught her martial arts. After years of investigation, he discovered that the Legend of the Ten Rings is real, and that the Ancestor is dying. There was a leak a little while back that said that Shang-Chi is a tournament film, and that's actually true. When the Ancestor dies, the Avatars will run a secret tournament / kung fu trial in which the winner will be granted the rings. The Mandarin is too old to compete, and he doesn't want to risk Fah Lo Suee's life, which is where Shang-Chi will come in. Shang-Chi is a street urchin who meets the Mandarin after he begins dating Fah Lo Suee. The Mandarin takes a liking to Shang-Chi and starts training him as his apprentice. His first task as an act of gang initiation is to kill Trevor Slattery for impersonating the Mandarin. People have speculated that they'll be related, but it'll be more of a Walter White / Jesse Pinkman dynamic. When the tournament begins, the Mandarin will send Shang-Chi to win and get the 10 rings for him, which will be the basic gist of the film. I also know that defeating Fin Fang Foom will be an obstacle, and that Leiko and Clive Reston will be in the movie as SHIELD agents who are investigating the Ten Rings gang. Shang-Chi will obviously betray the Mandarin and become a hero over the course of the film, and he'll get the ability to create multiple duplicates of himself. It'll be an Orphan Black situation where each clone of himself has their own personality, so the fight scenes will obviously be insane to witness. Marvel is casting Shang-Chi's enemies in the tournament, and one of them will be a character named Chao. Now, thanks to Jeremy Conrad over at the MCU Cosmic, we have a second plot leak, which says when the story starts, the Mandarin and Shang-Chi are not enemies, and the Mandarin acts as a mentor figure to Shang-Chi. There might have been a plot leak that said that Shang-Chi worked for the Mandarin, and that would fit with him being a mentor to the young master of Kung Fu when the movie starts. But even bigger is the dragon Fin Fang Foom. We've known for a while that he'd appear in the movie, but now there are more details as to how he fits into the story and why we haven't seen the giant dragon in the MCU yet. Doctor Strange introduced the concept of magic to the MCU and showed us that there were sorcerers all around the world. That movie established that 3 Sanctums together help protect the Earth, and it appears that concept of magical trinity will continue in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, where this is a trio of wizards who are tasked with keeping Fin Fang Foom dormant. Obviously something's gonna happen to them to cause the dragon to awaken in the movie, but what will happen? Well, it's been rumored that Baron Mordo will appear in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, since when we last saw him he was going around taking sorcerers' powers and most likely killing them. So his quest will most likely lead him to China to take the Ancestor's powers and kill the wizards keeping Fin Fang Foom dormant, most likely setting him up for Shang-Chi too. And the reason why he'll join the tournament is not only because if he wins he gets the rings, so that no one can, as he says, misuse their power, but also because now that Mordo is a villain like in the comics, if he plans to go up against the Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange, the 10 rings could give him an advantage. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Do you think that these plot leaks are real? And what do you think of Fin Fang Foom being set up for Shang-Chi 2 after we saw a teaser of him all the way back in Iron Man 1? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.